everyone. Sometimes I think people assume I'm against Donald Trump's MAGA faction. I believe I'm wrong in that assumption. They are not doing good for America. Everyone needs to see what these people's thoughts are really like. What are they really thinking behind the scenes? Politico obtained. This is real stuff that was leaked. There's evidence. Not joking. Over 2,900 pages of Telegram chat records between young Republicans leaders. You know, they managed to get these Telegram messages. You see their messages. These young Republicans' telegrams were leaked. They really like using Telegram. These records revealed their private discussions on racism, sexism, religious insults, and violent fantasies against political opponents. Generally speaking, people think that the right wing uses more violence, but they say the left wing uses more. When was the left wing more numerous? In the 60s, yes. During the Vietnam War, the 60s and 70s, those leftists, like the Japanese, Italians, those leftists, the Irish Republican Army, those people. But later, they became less. These messages demean black people, Jewish people, other minorities, women, and immigrants. They triggered strong condemnation within the Republican Party, leading to some members losing their jobs, including the leader of the New York Republican Youth Group. Let's take a look. The 7 exposed members include 1. Peter Jutta, former chairman of the New York State Republican Youth Group. His statements included, "I love Hitler. Everyone who votes against us will be sent to the gas chamber." Calling non-American people fruit people, referring to a political opponent as a fat Jew, and calling NBA players monkeys. 2. Joe Maligno, New York City Staten Island Republican and party vice chairman, stated, "We can renovate the shower room, right?" Implying that the shower room is not suitable for Hitler's aesthetics, and we must pretend to like them. Hey, come on in. Take a nice shower. Boom, they're dead. William Hendricks, Kansas Republican Youth and Party Vice Chairman, repeatedly used the N-word to describe black people. Therefore, he lost his legal consultant job. Bobby Walker, former New York Youth Republican and Party Vice Chairman, and New York State Senator Rob Ort's staff, was described as evil. Let's look at the original text. If they vote for us, why would they be gassed? Those people said, vote for them. That is, if they endorse the left wing, and then vote for us, they will all be gassed to death. This is a person. Annie Kakety, a New York Youth Republican member. I'm ready to watch people burn now. Rachel Hope, Arizona Youth Republican and Executive Committee member, posted a fire emoji in the chat. Alex Dwyer, Kansas Youth Republican and Party Chairman, replied with a heart emoji. And when a certain chairman asked members for their hotel room number, he replied 1488, meaning Hitler. Let's look at the original text. Everyone that votes no is going to the gas chamber, and everyone that endorsed but then votes for us is going to the gas chamber. Everyone who agrees with them. But those who vote for us all go to the gas chamber. When exactly are we starting this bullying, dude? We have a solid 3 people who can probably have them want to jump. If they vote for us, why would they be gassed? When do we bring that side out? How do we know they voted for us? Not those who like us. I'm going to create some of the greatest physiological torture methods known to men, so we can force their inner world out. We only want true believers. Those who pretend to vote for us are not allowed. They must die. Can we fix the showers? Gas chambers don't fit the Hitler aesthetic. I'm ready to watch people burn now. We gotta pretend that we like them. Hey, come on in. Take a nice shower. And relax. Boom, they're dead. This one, the Spanish came to America and had sex with every single woman. They said sex is a blessing. No, it was rape. It was rape of all women. They said this was epic. Rape of all indigenous people. Okay, these things. Vance was asked about this. He called them absurd statements by young people, or extreme remarks of a joking nature. He also criticized the media and Democrats for over-focusing on this matter. You don't want to bring these things up. The White House spokesperson denied Trump's remarks. And Telegram chat records had any connection. They said only radical left-wing journalists would desperately try to link President Trump to a random group chat he had no connection with, while avoiding dangerous smears by those who fantasize about assassinating opponents and call Republicans Nazis and fascists. If the people who made those previous remarks, shouldn't they be called Nazis and fascists? No one has suffered more vicious rhetoric and violence than President Trump and his supporters. Why do these remarks say you are a fascist? That's wrong. I criticized Charlie Kirk. I sympathized with him being killed. I also praised him. At least he was willing to talk to you. But this person, I completely disapprove. Many people came to me to defend him, saying I wronged him. Did I wrong him? Did I wrong him? This culture of packaging hatred with faith is not isolated to the grassroots. Conservative commentator Charlie Kirk was asked in public, "Why do you hate those refugees? Those minorities, illegal immigrants, Muslims? Didn't Jesus teach people to love thy neighbor as thyself? You say you are a Christian." He replied, "We don't need to follow the Bible literally. If we really had to. The Old Testament says homosexuals should be dealt with, and no one wants to see that, and no one wants to see that. This statement rejects extreme interpretations. But in reality, it defends hatred. He used ancient Jewish law to confuse the New Testament's ethical core. It's not about one or two words that are hard to understand. And then, compared to the ancient Jewish law in the Old Testament's book of Leviticus, what did those laws include? Of course, they wouldn't be enforced today, because they included, you cannot shave your beard. You cannot wear mixed fabrics. Meaning cotton and linen mixed is not allowed. And wool. You cannot eat shellfish. Those were rules from a specific culture. And they have nothing to do with today. To confuse the New Testament. Love thy neighbor as thyself. It is not a simple clause. It is the ethical core of the New Testament. The core of morality. Christian faith is not built on legal punishment, but is established in love and compassion. The spirit of the New Testament has long transcended the ritualistic rules of the Old Testament. Jesus himself said, "You shall love your neighbor as yourself." This is the summary and core of the entire Bible. Love thy neighbor as thyself. I've read the Bible for so many years. The New Testament of Jesus Christ is all about love. Who is your neighbor? Who is your neighbor? The Samaritan is your neighbor. Good Samaritan. Hebrews chapter 8, verse 13. By calling this covenant new, he has made the first one obsolete, and what is obsolete and outdated will soon disappear. So those don't need to be kept. But how can the overall spirit of the New Testament not be kept? Charlie Kirk said, no need to follow the Bible literally. His meaning, love thy neighbor. So he has the right to hate. By literally follow, turning it into a moral exemption. No need to love thy neighbor, allowing him to hate. Rationalizing his hostility towards undocumented immigrants, refugees, Muslims, and ethnic minorities. That is hatred. That is racist. He is racist. These remarks are not isolated jokes, but a subculture that has long circulated within the group. They claim to be Christians, conservatives, patriots. Yet they use hateful language to attack others, taking pride in extremism and insults. Although the party's high-ranking officials have publicly condemned and demanded an investigation, these clips reflect not just a single slip of the tongue, but a deep-seated collapse of values. I tell you, they turn faith into a political stance, using God's name to hate, discriminate against, and exclude others. When love your neighbor as yourself is denied, faith is no longer a moral guide, but merely the language of power and anger. Did I misrepresent Charlie Kirk? Did I misrepresent him? You say I go out of context. He said because he opposes DEI. So, if I get on a plane and see a black person as the pilot, I would doubt if they are disqualified. Because he wouldn't dare. Actually, DEI policies don't say you have to hire unqualified black people. No, they still need to be qualified. To say, without any basis, that if you're on a plane and there's a black person, you'd feel they're disqualified. That's racist. Tim Alberta, author of The Kingdom, the Power, and the Glory, pointed out that, after the collapse of the Soviet Union, evangelical Christians believed the true enemy was within the United States. They pointed the butcher's knife at Americans. With Clinton and Obama successively taking office, evangelicals believed there was a devilish deep state controlling everything, using this conspiracy and rumors to rule the country. These rumors included absurdities. Obama's wife wasn't actually American, wasn't born in the U.S., and was Muslim. His wife, Michelle, was actually a man, so her name was changed to Michael, making Obama gay. They had a daughter. Why did Donald Trump in 2016 defeat Hillary? Because most evangelicals didn't see it as just a presidential election, but a war against the devil. Leftists. A war launched against the devil. After Trump was elected, rumors spread that left-wing elites would stop at nothing to bring him down, stopping at nothing, eating children's flesh for rituals, and that Starbucks food contained children's cells. The funniest part is that in pizza shops, they sell those children who are subjected to child abuse in the hell of Pizza Hut. This is the true value of that faction. It's hidden. It's hidden. But it's actually racist. It's racist. It's fascist.